So about printing with ABS on the Sidewinder X1 like I do it now. So as you see, I'm now looking through the plastic of the enclosure, kind of enclosure. So here is some kind of things, and I make these little, I don't know how to call them, knijpers, like washing clamps, but just especially for this to close them easier. Just with one hand is a bit difficult, but I can just slide it over it when I close it. To apply, I use ABS-slurry to print. So as you see here, now I got multiple thick layers here on these places, but that's just because the edges. But this is just the ABS-slurry. If you don't know what ABS-slurry is, I use kind of these scraps like you get with all these brims on the printer. So I use these, and then I put them in the little bottle like I have here, leftover bottles. Put some of the scraps in, and put some ABS on it. Not ABS, acetone in it, inside it, just like this. I put it inside the bottle extra, and then wait a couple of hours so that it's all dissolved equally, and then apply it for a couple of drops, and then spread it with this little piece of patchy, which I can just make, and it's very thin, of course, at the edges. Then you get some extra height. Normally not a problem, at least if you don't print on it, and otherwise it will be a bit irregular. So here you got the print head, filament holder up there, and this is just easy system to use. And here you got the blocks to adjust for the width of the filament spool. So of course you need to preheat long, and I put a glass plate on top of my magnetic sheet. This is just the back of magnetic plate, and for extra certainty, I just tape it with some painter's tape to make sure it will not remove or shift or things like that. The glass plate is just an ordinary glass plate, just cleaned well and just put on the middle of it. This printer is not heating that well on the edges, especially with original 220 volt heater that's inside, so I use already the 24 heater plate like I explained in one other video, but that's of course not really enough. So it's easier just to use just a part of the center, and I don't print that many big parts anyway with ABS, because on the edges it will cool down if you don't make a real good enclosure, and you cannot make a good enclosure for this printer unless you move a lot of parts like the mainboard away from the enclosure. So this is how I print ABS.